Malky, firstly we'll just briefly look back on the weekend's game against Celtic. Having had a few days now, how do you reflect on that one?
Yeah, it was thoroughly enjoyable. I think it was a game that we had to compete in. It was a game that had to be organised in. I think we, over the piece, we gave a good account of ourselves. Probably just the final part and putting the ball in the net was where we fell short.
And what are some of maybe the key points you can take away from that game and the one against Glasgow City the week before?
Well, I think for anybody looking in the game, and certainly myself as a coach, you know, seeing the absolute dominance in the game, you know, we from start to finish, we definitely created opportunities to win the game. But the fine margins are such in football that's what does win your games, is putting the ball in the back of the net, you know. But no, really pleased with the first round of fixtures. Great in a sense that we scored a lot of goals. Probably the most disappointing part was that we never managed to score against Celtic, given the amount of goals that we'd accumulated prior to those games, you know. But again, that's the nature of the top end of the table.
Yeah, and in terms of that first round of fixtures, how pleased have you been with the consistency of performance from the squad?
Great. I think as a team, as a unit, we're really strong in terms of when we don't have the ball. You know, we certainly know our jobs. Scoring goals, again we're reflecting back to the Glasgow City game and the Celtic game. That's something that we'll have to find solutions to, and we'll certainly do that. But yeah, over the piece, I think we've gave a good account of ourselves. Been a real competitiveness within the squad, trying to get you know, people in places to play. So yeah, but I'm delighted with the overall performance of every girl that's in the squad.
And what do you feel has been key to that? Has it been the competitiveness at training?
Yeah, I think it's an evolution. I think it's the way that the games went. I think it's something that's a credit to the staff and the players, and also the addition of players that we've brought in. Every year we'll always try to get better and recruit, so that we're always in a position where we can give a good account of ourselves domestically and as we did in Europe.
Catherine Hill and Megan Bell got minutes with the academy this week as well. How positive is that for the squad?
Great, fantastic. The attitude has been a key factor in this group. You know, the attitude is different class. They really focus and know what it takes. You know, so for Catherine and for Megan Bell to play, and Dina Orsman to play in those games, was great. The impact that they gave the younger players, even playing against the Hamilton players, the opposition. I thought they were very respectful, and I think it was really good. It was good to see that their attitude was key, and they were on point with it. And yeah, and it gave them valuable minutes. It gave them 90 minutes in a competitive game.
And it obviously is Glasgow Women this weekend in the SWPL. What are you expecting from this one?
Yeah, again, it's a bit different challenge. It'll be a different game. Celtic game there. The opposite Celtic just sat in against us. Probably, I would imagine that Glasgow Women will do the same. So again, it'll be down to us. It'll be down to us to then go and find solutions and try and break lines and create opportunities to score.
And how has training been this week? It's almost obviously a full squad that's involved now.
Yeah, it's great. You know, we've came off the back of you know, the first round of fixtures. A lot of international players were away as well. We've gave some of the guys that have travelled in international due to an extra day recovery. So good in a sense for that. But again, our mainstay, our core group that's always been with us, have been at it. They've flew the flag, they've driven the standards. We look forward to the full group coming back in.
And there is just 3 games now before that winter break, including the cup final too. How important is it to try and finish the year on a high?
Well, I think we know the importance right from the start of the season, right from pre-season, and it'll be this. Nothing will change right to the very end of the season. We know the job, we know the task that's at hand, we know what it takes to try and defend this title. So yeah, our focus, our detail, it'll all be there, and we just got to bring ourselves to doing it.